My name is Stephen Turner and I am President of the UK's Institute of Acoustics. The A.B. Wood Medal is named after Albert Beaumont Wood, who was one of the pioneers in developing our understanding of the science of underwater acoustics. The medal is awarded annually to younger researchers whose work is associated with the sea. In alternate years, the medal is presented to acousticians based in UK and Europe, and then in the USA and Canada. The medal has been awarded almost every year since the formation of the Institute of Acoustics in 1974. So let's hear from some of the recipients.
I'm Robert Spindels. I was awarded the A.B. Wood Medal in 1981. The letter from the president of the Institute of Acoustics informing me that the council wished to award me the medal came to me as quite a shock. I never imagined that what I was doing would be recognized in this extraordinary way. It was a humbling experience. There have been countless times since then when I've thought about that moment and the trip to AUWE Portland to receive the medal. It was then, and remains today, a hallmark of my career. The citation for my award describes my work on using acoustic remote sensing techniques to look at variations in the ocean environment. This eventually led to a decades-long collaboration with Walter Monk in the development of ocean acoustic tomography, a technique that in many different forms has found its way into ocean research programs worldwide. I was responsible for developing the instruments and techniques for the first ocean acoustic tomography experiment. I was at Woods Hole at the time, but left in 1987 to become the director of the Applied Physics Laboratory and professor of electrical engineering at the University of Washington. I continued to work on acoustic tomography, as well as long-range ocean acoustic propagation and anti-submarine warfare problems of interest to the Navy. I formally retired from the university in 2003, but continued to consult on issues relevant to the Navy. I'd like to take this moment to acknowledge the foresight of the Institute for aiming the medal at young scientists. Not only does it honor their work, but it encourages their career. It has done both for me, and for this, I am grateful.
My name is Michael Buckingham, and I was the recipient of the A.B. Wood Medal for 1982, although I received it in 1984 at the Institute of Acoustics meeting at the University of Bath. At that time, I was an individual merit senior principal scientific officer at the Royal Aerospace Establishment at Farnborough, but on exchange to the Naval Research Laboratory in Washington, D.C., where I was attached to the British Embassy. After returning to Farnborough for a couple of years, I joined the Department of Ocean Engineering at MIT for 1 year as a visiting professor, then returned to Farnborough, and a couple of years later joined Scripps Institution of Oceanography, which is part of the University of California at San Diego, which is where I am today as a distinguished professor of underwater acoustics. It was an honor to receive the A.B. Wood Medal, and it has followed me through my career from one stage to another. It's a great pleasure to participate in this 50th anniversary celebration.
I am Peter Michalewski, the 1983 A.B. Wood medalist. I received the award for my work in acoustic fluctuations at long ranges in the ocean. This work resulted in applications of match field processing and acoustic thermometry, the latter in the Arctic Ocean. Lately, I've been working on long-range underwater navigation that was recently published and featured on the cover of the April 2020 edition of the Journal of the Acoustical Society of America. My career included active duty in the U.S. Navy, professor at MIT, and growing a successful high-technology business in ocean acoustics and ocean systems. I received the A.B. Wood Medal when I was transitioning from the U.S. Navy to MIT, and it was a big confidence boost to a young naval officer. Like A.B. Wood, most of my technical contributions support naval applications. Thank you to the Institute of Acoustics.
I am Tim Stanton, and I received the A.B. Wood Medal in 1985, for which I felt very honored. I was cited in this award for my contributions to echostatistics, which involves studying the fluctuations of echoes due to various statistical processes involving randomly rough surfaces, as well as randomly distributed aggregations of marine organisms. Since then, I spent most of my career modeling acoustic scattering by a wide range of realistic objects with a focus on marine organisms. Throughout those studies, I maintained my original interest in echostatistics as I connected the physics of the scattering to the echo fluctuations.
I'm Pete Thorne. I was awarded the A.B. Wood Medal in 1986. This was for studies I carried out during my PhD at Bath University and my early years at the Institute of Oceanographic Sciences in Taunton. Several publications, including a Nature paper, came from these studies. I'm a senior researcher at the National Oceanographic Centre and visiting professor at the School of Environmental Sciences, both at Liverpool University. Being awarded the A.B. Wood Medal opened many doors, including sabbaticals and visits to the USA, to France, Switzerland, Denmark and the Netherlands. I've never looked back, and I've had a very interesting, varied, enjoyable and successful career. Thank you.
Hi, this is Dave Chapman. I won the medal in 1987 for my work on seabed effects in shallow water acoustics. I worked at the Defence Research Establishment Atlantic, here in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. I had a career total of 30 papers in scientific journals, and I was elected a fellow of both the IOA and the ASA. I was the first of 3 Canadians to receive the medal. In 2008, I left the acoustics world to focus on amateur astronomy, which is a boyhood passion of mine. I regard receiving the A.B. Wood Medal as the highest achievement of my professional career.
I'm Victor Humphrey, and I was awarded the A.B. Wood Medal in 1988. This was for my work on laboratory applications of a particular type of source known as a parametric array. Since then, I've worked at the University of Bath and at the Institute of Sound and Vibration Research at the University of Southampton. I've also undertaken 2 sabbaticals at the National Physical Laboratory in London and at DRDC in Halifax, Canada. I've been able to undertake a wide range of research, varying from techniques of optically measuring acoustic fields through to measuring the noise that's generated underwater by ships. I've also worked in medical ultrasound, where I propose and help develop a technique called harmonic imaging that's used routinely now on medical ultrasound scanners. The award of the A.B. Wood Medal was a real honour, and it helped me demonstrate to others the significance of the work I was doing in underwater acoustics, and therefore helped me to develop my research programme.
I'm Anne Dowling, and I was awarded the A.B. Wood Medal in 1990 for research on how compliant coatings over sonar systems could improve their signal-to-noise ratio. My research extended beyond underwater acoustics, but acoustics and unsteady flow were always a central theme. One very memorable project was to develop a conceptual design for a silent aircraft. It was a very futuristic-looking aircraft with embedded engines based on a blended wing body design, and it helped me target the areas of my further research where a real reduction in noise was required. I've spent 5 years as head of engineering at the University of Cambridge and have just finished a 5-year term as president of the Royal Academy of Engineering. I am on the board of 2 FTSE 100 companies, and I'm also a trustee of a number of charities. Acoustics has given me an absolutely fantastic and enjoyable career, and it was given a real boost by that early award of an A.B. Wood Medal.
I'm Chris Harrison. I received the A.B. Wood Medal in 1992. I was working in a London firm doing consultancy in underwater acoustics to clients in the UK MOD. But the work I'd done before that was on 3-dimensional propagation using Weston's ray invariants. They're a ray equivalent to the adiabatic approximation for normal modes. I was spending 2 years at Naval Research Lab, Washington, DC, on exchange or secondment from Admiralty Research Lab in London. In 1999, I was lucky enough to be offered a post at Satlantzen, La Spezia, Italy, and I stayed there until 2011, at which point I retired. That was a complete change of career for me. In other words, proper research as opposed to consultancy. And it was much more going to sea and numerical work than before. And then another remit appeared, which was to build a multi-static sonar performance model. So I was immediately into experimental ambient noise using 32-element vertical arrays and reverberation modelling with NATO colleagues and international collaborators. By this time, all CMRE's experimental work was over the Malta Plateau between Sicily and Malta. My noise objective was to try and deduce the bottom reflection loss and layering from the noise directionality and coherence alone. I got back into ambient noise coherence and produced 3 papers on the nature of the ambient noise coherence matrix. So I've been fortunate enough to be able to continue research work in the same acoustics field. In fact, the scope for this work was vastly improved by spending 12 years at CMRE in Italy. Perhaps A.B. Wood helped to make this possible for me.
I'm Mike Collins. I received the A.B. Wood Medal in 1993 for my work on signal processing, inverse problems, and parabolic equation techniques. Since then, my most rewarding work has been observing the ivory-billed woodpecker and making discoveries about the flights and double knocks of this poorly studied but fascinating bird. In recent years, I participated in 3 amazing sea trips to the Arctic. Information about these and other interests is posted at my website, fishcrow.com.
My name is Timothy Layton. In 1994, I was notified that I had been awarded the A.B. Wood Medal in recognition of papers I had published on sizing and counting gas bubbles in the natural world in waterfalls and streams using just their passive acoustic emissions. Since then, I've been in academia at the Institute of Sound and Vibration Research at the University of Southampton. My concepts of what were important ideas to research, for example, hypothesizing how dolphins might benefit from non-linear mathematics when echolocating, to think about how sound will travel in the vast oceans of Jupiter's moon Europa to help plan future missions. So I've been able to lead teams looking at inventing acoustic devices and inventing acoustic sensors to detect leaks in liquid mercury coolant, using sound to identify how much breaking acoustic waves trap atmospheric carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases in the ocean. A multi-country team of oceanographers and others included my method amongst a suite of sensors they deployed on the bed of the North Sea to test our ability to detect leaks from carbon capture and storage reservoirs. The A.B. Wood Medal meant a great deal to me. Albert Beaumont Wood, he found wonder in the physics of the sound in water.
My name is Michael Ainsley. I received the A.B. Wood Medal in 1998 for my work on seabed acoustics, also the topic of Wood and Weston's publication, The Propagation of Sound in Mud. The award gave me the confidence to start writing a book, Principles of Sonar Performance Modeling. My book was published in English and later translated to Chinese while I was at TNO in the Netherlands. I learnt acoustics in the 1990s from Dr. Chris Harrison and Dr. David Weston, working on sonar performance modelling while at BA Systems in the UK. My career changed direction in 2008 when the European Commission defined underwater noise as a pollutant. As a sonar scientist thrown into the world of marine bioacoustics, I was surprised to learn that the meaning of basic terms like sound pressure level depended on whether they were used by a sonar or bioacoustics specialist. Overcoming communication barriers became a passion of mine, a passion that led to the publication of the first international standard for underwater acoustical terminology. At the University of Leiden, I supervised Dr. Ozkan Sertlek's PhD on underwater soundscapes, and I continue to work in this field today, now at JASCO in the Netherlands. As part of a wider effort to protect an endangered species of killer whale, I am presently studying methods to characterize the noise radiated by ships visiting the port of Vancouver. I've long had an association with the University of Southampton, where I am visiting professor. Professor Mike Fisher supervised my PhD, Professor Chris Morphy sparked my interest in acoustical terminology, and Professor Tim Layton took me on an exotic journey through the solar system. Together we studied the properties of gas bubbles, first on Earth and then on Saturn's moon Titan, where methane rainfall creates nitrogen bubbles in liquid hydrocarbon lakes. Over the years, I've had the privilege to publish research with 4 fellow medalists. I've already mentioned Chris Harrison and Tim Layton. The others are Dr. Mario Zampoli and Dr. Sander von Bender-Beckmann.
My name is Dr. Mark Trevorrow. I am the 1999 recipient of the A.B. Wood Medal, which was given for my work on high-frequency active sonar sensing of ocean surface processes, as well as detection of fish and zooplankton. I was also made a Fellow of the Acoustical Society of America in 2006, and I was awarded the ASA's Medwin Prize in Acoustical Oceanography in 2008. Early in my career, I worked at the Canadian Institute of Ocean Sciences in Victoria, British Columbia, and I've spent the past 20 years working for Defence Research and Development Canada Atlantic in Halifax, Nova Scotia. The award of the A.B. Wood Medal was a major turning point in my career, when I switched from acoustical oceanography and fisheries to research and development on naval sonar systems. This award opened doors to a new community of colleagues and new adventures on Royal Canadian Navy ships. Since moving to the naval sonar world, I have worked on new techniques for mine and torpedo defense, including use of multi-beam sonars and measurements of ship wakes and ship signatures while maneuvering. For at least a dozen years, I have used this expertise to advise the Royal Canadian Navy on requirements for major ship upgrades and new ship systems. It was a great honor to receive the A.B. Wood Medal, and I was humbled to be included amongst a list of so many respected scientists from both sides of the Atlantic.
I'm Gary Heald, and I was awarded the A.B. Wood Medal in 2000. I received it for my research into sediment acoustics, classification and seabed mapping. Since that time, I've continued my research in the maritime domain in DERA and subsequently in DSTL, where I'm a senior principal scientist. My research includes various aspects of sonar, acoustics and related signal processing. I work closely with academia and hold an honorary professorship at Heriot-Watt University and also a position at ISVR in Southampton University. I have supervised 10 successful PhD students and have 3 current students. My latest student, Shola Garibo, is researching very low-frequency ocean acoustics, and we have a paper in the ICUA 2020 conference. I have chaired a number of international conferences on acoustics, sonar, acoustical oceanography and signal processing, and have been involved in the organisation and running of many others.
My name is John Colosi, and I'm the 29th recipient of the A.B. Wood Medal, and I'm a professor at the U.S. Naval Postgraduate School in Monterey, California. As a young scientist at the Woods Hole Oceanographic Institution, I received my Wood Medal in Loughborough in 2001 for observational and theoretical work associated with sound propagation through the oceanic internal gravity wave field. Since getting the Wood Award, I've worked on the interface between ocean acoustics and physical oceanography, and this work has culminated in a Cambridge University monograph entitled Sound Propagation Through the Stochastic Ocean. Many thanks to the UK Institute of Acoustics and the Acoustical Society of America for supporting this important early career award, and congratulations to all my fellow Wood Medal recipients.
I'm Simon Richards. I received the medal in 2002 for work on shallow water acoustics, particularly the effects of suspended sediments. I actually left acoustics in 2008 to return to the nuclear industry where I began my career, and I now work on Monte Carlo modelling for reactor physics and nuclear criticality safety. So having begun my career working on electromagnetic radiation transport in fusion plasmas, I then moved on to working on acoustic radiation transport in the ocean, and now neutron radiation transport in fissile systems. So while the physics has varied, the common themes have been radiation transport and absorption and scattering in heterogeneous media.
I'm Tony Lyons, the 2003 A.B. Wood Medal Award winner. It is indeed an honor to be here addressing you as part of the 50th anniversary of the awarding of the medal. I won my award based on work that I performed as a graduate student at Texas A&M University and at the Sacman Undersea Research Center in La Spezia, Italy. That work centered on quantifying the fine-scale microstructure of the sediment volume and interface, and including that microstructure into high-frequency acoustic scattering models. I continued that work at Penn State University along with my graduate students, and continue using the same techniques today, for which I was awarded the A.B. Wood Medal, here at the University of New Hampshire, where I look at things like scattering from sea ice or long-term changes in scattering due to sediment volumes. Thank you to the Institute of Acoustics for awarding this medal to those of us in North America. Thank you.
My name is Mario Zampoli, and I am the 2010 recipient of the A.B. Wood Medal for contributions to the understanding of scattering from elastic objects in undersea waveguides and long-range sound propagation in the sea. But also delved into other topics such as passive acoustic diver detection or the study of the mechanisms by which impact pile driving noise is generated during offshore marine constructions. My present job is at CTBTO. There I am a hydroacoustic engineer in the International Monitoring System Division. My job specifically deals with detecting nuclear explosions in the oceans using hydrophones and detecting sounds over such distances, how sound is deflected or scatters around islands and seamounts, how sound couples into the earth crust when it goes up a beach, for example. What the AB Wood Medal meant for me is it was a huge honor and it was a big encouragement to continue pursuing my research and love in this amazing field, where so many discoveries are still to be made and where we as underwater acousticians always enjoy the deployments at sea, the field work, which is something that is also very unique about the experience of working in this amazing field.
Hi, my name is Kyle Becker. I'm the 2011 winner of the AB Wood Medal for seafloor backscattering and geoacoustic inversion. Around the time that I received the medal, I took a new job at the Office of Naval Research. Since then, I've become the team lead for the Ocean Acoustics program. Prior to ONR, I was at the NATO Undersea Research Center in La Spezia, Italy, and before that, I was at Penn State as an assistant professor of acoustics and a research scientist. Since then, and over the course of my career, I've been fortunate to be able to meet and work with a number of the other AB Wood medalists, many of who've become my friends. So I really appreciate this opportunity to join in this celebration.
My name is Sander van Beckman, the recipient of the 2014 AB Wood Medal Award, which has been awarded to me for my contributions to the field of mitigation of underwater noise pollution and the development of real-time passive and active sonar systems. What really inspires me is bridging the gap between the fields of acoustics, biology and the operational needs of different stakeholders. That is what I do at TNO, the Netherlands Organization for Applied Scientific Research. Here I work together with scientists, navies, industry and governments to find pragmatic solutions for complex problems related to underwater noise pollution. My research, for instance, on sonar ramp-up and underwater explosions has already directly resulted in real-world changes. The AB Wood Medal has given me the confirmation to further delve into this exciting and multidisciplinary field, to look for solutions that strike the right balance between marine environment on one side and societal and economic needs on the other.
This is YT Lin. It is my great honor to receive the 2015 AB Wood Medal from the Institute of Acoustics for my contributions in three-dimensional underwater acoustics. This medal is the best encouragement I have ever gotten in my professional career. Since I was awarded, I've expanded my research portfolio from the theoretical derivation and numerical modeling to field experiments, which includes the amazing journey to the bottom of Challenger Deep, where I also conducted an underwater acoustic experiment. Yes!
I'm Nathan Merchant, Principal Scientist at the Centre for Environment, Fisheries and Aquaculture Science in the UK. I received the AB Wood Medal in 2018 for my work on underwater noise pollution. So my work really focuses on levels of man-made noise in the ocean and the ways in which that might be affecting marine mammals, fish and invertebrates, and also the ways in which we can reduce that noise pollution. And a lot of my work is actually advising UK government and international organisations on how we can best do that. For me, receiving the AB Wood Medal was a real career highlight, and it was a real kind of affirmation from the acoustics community that the work that I'm doing is valuable. So it really meant a lot to me.
I'm Julien Bonnel from Woodsole Oceanographic Institution. I got the AB Wood Medal in 2019 for my contribution to physics-based signal processing. I started working at WHO in 2017, and before that I was a professor at ENSTA Bretagne in France. I've published a tutorial article in JASA on warping, and it's been featured on the cover of the journals. I'm notably preparing a new seabed characterization experiment on the mud patch with many US colleagues. Receiving the AB Wood Medal was obviously super great. It's a recognition by the peers, it's a recognition by senior colleagues. it shows that what I do not only is a fun playground for me, but it's also important and meaningful for the community. Getting an award like that is a really good motivation to keep on working hard.
Hi there, my name is Louise Roberts, and I'm very pleased and proud to say that I am this year's 2020 AB Wood Medal Award winner. I was nominated for the award due to my research regarding underwater noise, but more specifically regarding the impacts of man-made seabed vibration upon the animals that live within and around the seabed. It's a really exciting time for this area of research. There's a lot we don't know and a lot that we need to know. So it's really great that my research could be spotlighted with this award. Although the bulk of my research has been based in the UK, I'm currently living in the USA, where I'm working at Cornell University in New York State, and my current research regards passive acoustics and using acoustics to monitor animals.